empathy, the ability to project oneself into another's point of view, so as to experience the other's thought and experiences. Today's topic is the pillow method. It gets its name from the fact that it has 4 sides and a middle, just like a pillow. Position 1, I'm right, you're wrong. Position 2, you're right, I'm wrong. Position 3, both right, both wrong. Position 4, the issue isn't important. Position 5, there's truth in all perspectives. Position 1, I'm right, you're wrong. This is the perspective we usually take when viewing an issue. For example,
you most certainly did not.
Now, let's get one thing quite clear. I most definitely told you.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Didn't.
Yes, I did.
Didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, this isn't an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's just contradiction.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It is. You just contradicted me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did.
No, 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 no.
You did, just then.
No.
for example, in this position we immediately see the virtues in our position and find fault with anyone who happens to disagree with us. Detailing this position takes little effort and provides little new information. Position 2. You're right, I'm wrong. At this point you switch perspectives and build the strongest possible arguments to explain how another person can view the issue differently from you. For example,
What?
That's it. Morning.
But I was just getting interested.
Sorry, the 5 minutes is up.
That was never 5 minutes just now.
I'm afraid it was.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to argue anymore.
What?
If you want me to go on arguing, you'll have to pay for another 5 minutes.
But that was never 5 minutes just now. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
I'm very sorry, but I told you I'm not allowed to argue unless you pay.
Oh, all right. There you are.
Thank you.
For example, besides identifying the strengths in another position, this is the time to play the devil's advocate and find flaws in yours. Position 3. Both right, both wrong. From this position, you acknowledge the strengths and weaknesses of each person's arguments. For example, if you have done a good job with position 2, it should be clear that there is some merit in both points of view, and that each side has its flaws. Taking a more even-handed look at the issue can lead you to be less critical and more understanding of another's point of view. Position 4. The issue isn't as important as it seems. This perspective will help you realize that the controversy isn't as critical as you thought. Although it's hard to think some issues as unimportant, a little thought will show the most concerns aren't as vital as we make them out to be. An example of wedding, getting married is different from being married. What this implies is that regardless of how you get married, it won't have any kind of effect on the kind of marriage you will have. The decision you make after marrying are going to define it, for example, about children, job, house, and money. Position 5. There's truth in all 4 perspectives. After completing the first 4 positions, a final step is to recognize that each of them has some merit. Although logic might suggest that it's impossible for a position to be both right and wrong, both important and unimportant, your own experience will show that there is truth in each of position you have explored. The 5th position is very different from that I'm right and you're wrong attitude that most people bring to an issue. Once you have looked at an issue from these 5 perspectives, it's almost certain that you will gain new insights. These insights may not cause you to change your mind or even solve the problem at hand. Nonetheless, the new understanding can increase your tolerance for the other person's position and thus improve the communication climate.